episode of the Three Pin Miss Ladies podcast show.
Woo-woo.
Oh my, finally, guys. That was a little bit more on. Okay, good. Okay, let's move on. So before we get into it, we have to do a little bit of promo. So New Year Nick has a product out on Amazon for kids. New Year Nick, tell us about it.
So it's a family tree book for boys and girls to complete with their parents, guardians, aunties, uncles, whoever they so choose. It's centered around their heritage, so there'll be questions about their parents and which country they were born in, as well as their parents as well. And then it's got fun quizzes and games that you can play with your favorite relative, such as your godparents or grandmas or grandpas. So it's available on Amazon, and the link will be up on our Instagram page very soon. Nice. It's aimed at children aged 6 to 10 years old, but older children can do it as well because it's a keepsake. So once you fill out the book, it's something for you to keep for years to come. That you can always draw reference to find out what was your mum's favorite movie or your dad's favorite football game or your favorite family memory. All of this is included in our family tree books.
Lovely. Nice.
And we're mad proud of you because you put a lot of work into that.
Yes.
And a lot of asking questions and opinions that my head was like, oh gosh. I don't know.
You answered them well, thank you.
You did really well. I'm so proud of you guys.
Nice. Yeah, we are. So guys, get out and get the book. Like Nia and Nick said, we will have the link in our bio, and I will attach the link to somewhere on the after I post this episode, I'll put the link in the description. Okay, now let's get on with the episode. So, guys, as most of the world knows now, Jesy Nelson, a former member of Little Mix, has just released her debut solo single called Boys, featuring Nicki Minaj. So the video dropped the other day, and there is a lot of talk about it. So I thought, well, what better place for us to really discuss it, but here, so let's just talk a little bit, because I want to just give a little bit of a background, just a little bit. So Little Mix 4-piece band. Jesy was one of the girls in the group who I didn't think anything was particularly wrong, but compared to the others, slightly more heavier set girl, not fat, not fat at all. Just the other girls are notably quite skinny, not unhealthy in an unhealthy way, but
slimmer.
Yeah. So she was always kind of looked at as like the ugly duckling of the group, which I think was a bit harsh, but she would get trolled on social media. It didn't matter what happened. She lost weight. They still didn't think she was the pretty one, or she was skinnier enough. She was always constantly being compared to the other girls. And this really took a toll on her mental health. And she ended up leaving the group, I think December last year. So she's obviously taken some time out and then decided that now she's going to come out with her own solo project. So I just want to stop there so I can relate. I used to be in a girl group long time ago, and I'm just going to say it, guys, I was the bigger one out of the lot of them. I don't think I was fat, but the other girl, I was notably heavier than the other girl. So, and it was something that, affected my self-confidence, because I was like, okay, I don't look like, the rest of them, and I don't want to stand out for that, and I understand that it's tough. So I think she definitely did the right thing by, leaving and taking some time out for herself. And now, she has said, look, she prefers the whole solo route, because when she was in the group, if they have a theme and maybe the theme is beachwear and she doesn't feel like wearing beachwear, well, again, she's standing out. She would have to. Yeah. It's not she can't dress the way she feels in the moment. She has to, look the part with the rest of the group. And she says she felt very unhappy and insecure about all of that. So now she's taken some time out. She's got herself together, and now she's released. So the main issue now at the moment is people are saying she is blackfishing. So for those,
in her new video. Yeah.
Yes, in her new video, they're saying she's blackfishing. Now, what blackfishing means, if people don't know, is appearing racially ambiguous. So she could be, seen as being mixed race, all sorts. But she's a white girl. She's a British white girl through and through. There is no black somewhere there down the line. No. She's British. But people believe that her parents, like curly hair, full lips, darker skin tone, that she's blackfishing and trying to look, black, basically. So what do we think, girls? Do we think, she's blackfishing? It's wrong? Like, how are we feeling about this? First of all, who's watched the video?
Yeah, that's the first question.
I watched the video.
I have. Any of y'all watched it?
Yeah, I watched the video and I like the song, but let's do the question first. Go on, Snoop.
Okay. So Snoop,
you watched the video. I watched the video. Make a point.
Okay.
Snoop has to go first. Snoop hasn't even said he watched the video.
All three of us have watched the video. That's good.
Yeah. So we've watched the video. I haven't watched the videos through and through. I watched a snippet of the video.
Right.
So let's just be honest, because I have an issue with Mr. Bad Boy himself.
Oh,
P. Diddy, Puff Daddy. That when I hear that song, like I said, I just click off. I just switch off because I just think it's him. It's his song coming up, and it's not one of my favorite songs of his. So that's a bit difficult. But I did see snippets of the video, and I have to say, like, she did really well. Like it was a very entertaining video. In the sense that she had dance pieces, she was very, very edgy, sort of thing like that. I don't know what I thought she'll come up with her solo career, but I guess it's not too far off what Lil Mix did, in a sense. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah. And
I'm kind of guessing, like, with Nicki Minaj in it and it being a puffy record, it had to go a little bit herby. Do you know what I mean? Kind of thing. So, was she black? I didn't think so. I think maybe because my head knows who she is, and I'm not confused by what race she is.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And I am so used to this day and age that most white girls are like going darker, tanning darker, or contouring to the darker stage. Do you understand what I'm saying? In that sense, that it's become a norm for, in that sense. Do you know what I mean? Sort of thing like that. And so, in a sense, it was just like, I didn't really see that because I knew it was a white girl. That confusion wasn't there for me. Do you understand what I mean? Sort of thing. Yeah. I'll let someone else speak while I process.
Okay. Yeah, I have to agree. It's really hard because, like you, Snip, I know who she is.
Yeah.
So watching the video, I was just kind of like, I get what some people are saying, and I get it for probably the American audience, probably more so. But this is something that they've all been, not just Jesy Nelson, but everyone else.
Yeah.
They tell a lot. They have darker hair colors. They wear certain clothing or have certain rap stars in their videos. It's a whole culture thing where they try to, take from the black culture.
Yeah.
So I don't know if she's doing it like intentionally. She probably is obviously aware of it because it's part, like you said, she's working with P. Diddy, Nicki Minaj. It's really an urban type song. She wants something a bit different from the Little Mix, but it still has that commercial.
I saw it like Cheryl Cole.
Right.
Is it Cole, or what do we call her now? Sorry.
Yeah, I know who you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. Remember, she always liked to dip into the urban, the black side of music business, kind of thing like that. That's what I just saw. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know if you guys get the same vibe.
I get the same vibe, and just a little bit more only because this song has got the two that we've mentioned already on it. Only because of that reason, and obviously I know she works with other artists as well. But I think she's come out straight away, like she's trying to go into that sort of genre.
Yeah.
But my thing is, and it might be going a bit deep, you have to look at all the other white artists who kind of do this, maybe even the male artists, not just the females, who do it.
Yes.
So fair enough, she's done it in a more, obvious per se way with her dress sense and her colour, all of that kind of stuff, or her tanning, sorry. But the male artists who are white, who you don't know if they're black until you see their face, or they work with only black artists predominantly to break certain markets. You have to kind of pull them into it as well, because I like it. I've just lost the girl's name. I like her, but aside from that, I think it's a bit harsh in a way for this first single. I don't believe she's tried to do that. Right. And I think it's wrong, full stop, whoever's doing it. But I feel like don't come so hard on her, because there's so many others who are doing it right now in so many other ways, who've been doing it. And it's an easy excuse for white girls to pass off as anything to kind of get that job. You know, they can look Puerto Rican one day or whatever another day.
Yeah.
But if you're going to hold her, you have to hold all of them to account. You can't just hold her.
That's true.
What I'm saying.
Yeah. What I will say is, because it is like, I'm telling you, like Twitter, YouTube is blowing up where they're coming for Jesy. Now I understand. People feel like it's another thing again, taking from black culture, taking from even the fact that she's singing this song Bad Boys, and a lot of the boys in her video are black, you know, they're black, you know, they got the do-rag, they got the bandana, they got the perpetuating that whole stereotype, and people are coming. Now this is the thing, a lot of people are saying, hey, we didn't just come for her, check out Ariana Grande. Like, you know, you look at Ariana Grande before, compared to someone did a slide, you know, and like I think like a face, you know, like half of her face back in the day and her face now, guys, and I was cracking up.
I'm sorry, what is the point with Ariana Grande? What is she?
You know, as in they're trying to say that she was pale as F before.
Okay.
Now she's like me, like like, so they're saying they came for her, they came for those people, and they're trying to say in the last 2 years, as Jesy, you know, you want to be involved in this kind of culture, but did you say anything with the Black Lives Matter? You know, like, did you say anything then when your bandmate had that documentary about rape? Did you say anything? Did you talk to her? Did you know, it's like people are trying to say, oh, when it suits certain people, they want to, you know,
jump on it.
They want to cling on to
when
the
black is cool, they jump on it, but when it's not, they're not for it. Yeah,
exactly. So I understand where people are coming, you know, it's just bringing the whole colorism issue. Like New Year Nick, I was saying to Snoop earlier on today that, you know, there was a couple of messages on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook where someone was like, hold on, I thought she was a woman of color. Like, there was genuinely some people that, like, they did not realize that she was white. They really didn't think she was white. I laughed my head off. Oh, sorry. Oh, it's okay.
It's the way you said it.
Because that's where I read it. You know, the person was like, hold on, what? She ain't black? Like, I was killing myself because I saw a number of different platforms where there would be one person who was like, hold on, do you know I thought all this time I feel fooled? You know, just like you said,
we do with a lot of we do with a lot of these things, even when we see models like modeling clothes or anything, you're just like, oh, what is she? You know, the more exotic or the more mysterious someone looks at in terms of their race, you know, it seems like that's what everybody is going for. Like, do you know what I mean, sort of thing, you know? And it's just like, why can't we just stick to our own and appreciate our own? Do you know, if she had done that video with her pale self or whatever shade she naturally is, I don't even mind the clothing or whatever, but with her normal self, do you know what I mean, kind of thing, I would have no problem with that. Do you know what I mean? Either, because you understand what I mean? I think it's just because my brain is just wired to know that that's a white girl in front of me. I can't not to get it twisted that I just overlooked it. Do you know what I mean? Before people started drawing attention to it. Yeah,
I think for me personally, and please, I'm sure people are going to end up coming for us after they listen to this podcast, because I don't care enough. I don't. Like I said, other people have been doing it, and no disrespect, she's been looking that way in Little Mix for years.
Yes.
People have been, and I've heard people have been coming for her for that. So I don't understand why you've been coming for her before about it. Now she's released a solo single. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? It'd be different if she just looked that way normal in Little Mix, like didn't look like this, and then now she's I can understand why people be like, what the heck?
I think you nailed. I think you got the nail on the head right there.
She's been looking like this for some time. So why is it now that it's like right now it's in my face about it now? Okay, a lot of people are doing it. I'm not trying to say it's right. I'm not saying that. But at the same way, I'm not going to say too much about her when I'm looking at my own hair right now that didn't grow out of my own head. Like, the hair that I've got on my head right now did not grow out of my own head. But if any white person asks me if it did, I will tell them, yes, it did. I'm just saying.
No, but I totally agree, because my thing is that people have said this like many times before. There's even a lady that I used to speak to who is a white lady, and she was literally like, oh, can I have cane rolls or not? And I was just like, why are you asking me that? She's like, appropriation.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, well, to be honest, I don't really mind, because everyone borrows hair from everyone nowadays.
Yeah.
Because, no one's hair is anyone else's, and everyone's just trying to look like somebody else, not like their own person.
Yeah.
So that's not a question for me to answer, but you can't come for Miss Nelson right now when people have been doing it for years and they're doing it in all other ways. Yeah. I feel like she's an easy target, and I think that's why people.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah.
But really, truly, they said to people already from before, this is an issue that Black Lives Matter kind of highlighted and brought to the surface. But half the people complaining about it, you haven't really done as much for your culture anyway.
Yeah.
Like, what messages are you sending? Are you having natural hair out all the time?
Yeah.
Are you making sure that you're wearing your African prints and things like that? No, you're not. So my thing is that, they're taking the culture, but it's so easily taken at the same time. So don't come just for her. That's what I'm saying.
Agreed. I think, don't get me wrong, just like I can't be too much of a hypocrite. That's how I personally feel. I'm wearing false hair right now. I do false eyelashes sometimes. Sometimes I'll do a weave. Like, even though white women have been doing weaves for a long time, most people just don't know, But don't get me wrong, I watched the video and there were times, especially when she was wearing that red outfit, I thought, wow, your skin looks really dark. Or that when she was doing the golf, I thought, whoa, okay, you do look a lot darker, But like I said, she's been tanning, and I'm so used to seeing white girls with tanning, lip fillers. It's been going for however long. And I'm not trying to say, oh yeah, that means it's okay, but a lot of people are doing it. And for me, I'm secure enough in what I'm doing myself that, okay, if that's what she wants to do, that's her, because, and like I've said to you both, probably on separate occasions, those who are doing those kind of things, when the police roll up, they remember what race they are. They remember what race they are. And literally, they'll bring out that picture ID that shows clearly, they are white. Trust me, when it's time to be your true self, it will come out you need it to be. It's just the fact of the matter. So I'm just saying, I've got no problem with the song. I like the song, because even some people are sitting there saying, next to Nicki Minaj, she looks darker than Nicki Minaj, or she looks like. So some people are saying, oh, is Nicki Minaj also lightening her skin? I'm like,
exactly. I was just gonna say that. Wasn't Nicki dog for bleaching or trying to lighten up her skin, because she wasn't that light before when she first started. So everyone's doing their own little thing, whatever. It's too common for me to be upset about.
That's what it is.
I'm exhausted. There are so many other things that I can,
as long as she ain't calling herself a black girl and trying to say like she has the same experience as a black girl or whatever.
Yeah, please. Then,
that's it. Know who you are, even though you're trying to be fakey to say who you are. Do you know what I mean? You can't. I'm sorry to say, it might offend some people, but do you know what I mean? You kind of experience what another person has experienced and say you are that person. Do you know what I'm saying? You are not, just by your exterior looking like a black girl or looking like a chick or whatever. You can't say you've gone through the same, do you know what I mean, sort of thing. No, you haven't. So there you go. Just know who you are when the truth comes. That's
what it is. That's what it is.
Stand to it. Yeah,
that's what it is. But it's also to audience as well, though. At the end of the day, Black P Diddy and Nicki Minaj they know who she is, because behind the closed doors and the makeup artist, they're seeing her for her true colors, literally. So they're working with her. Even some of the lyrics, I'm kind of like, you lot are working with her, so you're kind of giving her that tick that says she's cool enough to do this kind of video with you. Do you know what I mean? You've kind of endorsed it. But it's not the first time. There's other artists like Britney's not gone that far, and we love her, Britney, but she has some R&B moves up in there. She would wear certain things that you think, that's black culture. Do you understand? All your dance moves and everything like that, that's not no two-step line dancing business. That's black culture. But everyone was like, no, we love her, Britney, we love her, Britney. Even the black people be there, come to her concert. So let's not go so hard on this one. It's my thing. And like you said, there are bigger topics. And if you really want to go deep, I think, because again, people come back to us and start going, oh, you lot are being da-da-da-da-da. At the end of the day, if you want to go deep with the black culture and what's really being taken, it goes a lot deeper than the music videos. It goes behind the people, behind the scenes as well. Who are producing it. All the marketing that goes with it, all the publicity that goes with it, for years beyond what's happening today. So I don't agree with it, but like we said, we've come to know that they will do whatever they need to do to sell. And they know black is cool. Like even in fashion, black is cool. We all know that black is cool.
Yeah,
the black people themselves. What
Black
are we really
cool
saying? Moaning about
the police do
nothing.
stop search. When police do stop search, I said black is cool until police do stop search and come. That's just how it is. It's cool all that until it's really put on. Until you're going for a job.
I say to my girl, just let them keep talking. Let your bank account keep getting fatter, and pretty soon they'll jump on someone else's back. It's true. Because I just don't think at the moment she's done anything to offend or done anything wrong. So I don't know.
You know, my thing is those who are offended. I'm not offended, but don't worry. Soon there'll be another video out for someone else, and you'll find attention in there. I don't have time for this. You can call her out. You're just putting more money into her pocket, just like you said. That you just said to me. You can just. It's not going to change. What you're saying about this is not going to change. I spoke to my friend about it. Christina Aguilera was under the same fire. You know, when she was doing dirty, and next, you know, you had the video, her first video, white as pearls. Next,
braids and stuff. I think she had braids at one point or whatever.
Yeah. You know, guys. And lastly on this reminds me a little bit similarly. Remember when David Beckham was doing all sorts of different hairstyles? Maybe he went into those cornrows, and I think someone interviewed Samuel L. Jackson, and they were like, "Oh, are you trying to do like a style like David Beckham?" And he was like, "Excuse me." The way he ripped into this interview, we're like, "What?" Because you know, like apparently, I think David Beckham maybe spent about £30 or £50, you know, something ridiculous to get those braids. And I thought, hold on, do you know what I mean? Ronke down the road can go and do my for free or for £5. You know, and the way everyone was hyping up how good it looked, and you know, Samuel Jackson was like, hold on, sorry, what? Like, you know. So look, listen. I understand why people are upset, but the issue that I have, if I was me as a black person was to go and do that exact same video, no one would have a problem with it. I can say bad boy, and there's black men behind me. No one would have a problem with it. I just think we just need to you know, there's other things we need to tackle. You guys all coming for it's not going to change anything. It's not going to change a damn thing. She's everywhere right now.
But then it also goes back to what she should have white dancers. Oh, but they're not employing black dancers. Like, do you get what I mean? Like, she's now got the black dancers there, and it then becomes a thing of like, oh, she shouldn't have them because she's white. But you're trying to have equal measure for everyone. You want equality, you want diversity, you want inclusion. Like, let's not go deep on this topic, please, people.
Okay,
let's not go deep.
Leave the poor girl alone. She's gone through a lot with especially people just being horrible to her. So just let the girl breathe a little bit,
you know. Guys, so if you guys want to come for us, I mean, come. I'm ready for battle to a certain degree, you know, like I'm ready for beef, like to a certain degree, but just know that on this channel we're all we're black here, so we have a right to our opinion as well, just like you guys have a right to your opinion, but find something else to talk about. If we're really trying to do things for the race and for the black community, there's different ways for us to now inject positivity instead of us just going on social media and whinging and moaning about things. There's all sorts of great, you know, black-owned businesses that you can buy into. You know, you can
just don't buy the record. Don't buy her record. If you don't like it, don't buy it. Don't watch it. Don't nothing. Ignore it. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And go and support those. Just put your energy blowing up those who you do feel like, you know, appreciates it. Do you know what I mean? I'm just like, all you people typing all about her, you're just making them more money. You're just doing a counter effect of what you really want. Do you know what I mean, Sophie?
Exactly. Okay, let's move on. We've got a couple more topics, so we're just going to quickly say this because you guys mentioned it. So what's this one? Portia Williams and what's this one? What's her name? Cynthia Bailey. Yeah, Cynthia Bailey have now decided to depart from the Real Housewives franchise. I thought
it was about time for Cynthia anyway.
Yeah. I mean, from what I hear, since we did an interview and I watched it, they did offer her a friend role. And she was actually going to take it. And then she thought, you know what? It's just time to hang up, you know, like to just go, you know what? Let's just leave the show entirely. She's got a great relationship with
Smart.
You know, it's not there's no bad blood or anything like that. It's just time to go. And I think you're right. It was smart. She had no storyline. She's not got much going on. Nice lady, you know.
She's married. She's happy.
Yeah.
You know, what else is there to say?
Exactly. Just move on.
You had your moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
With Portia now, I'm suspecting that one's gonna have her own little private show.
Yeah, she does.
I think some things. There's a project coming up, and that's why she's left.
Yeah, so she has a project coming up, I think, where they're going to discuss, like, you know, like follow her with the up and coming marriage and stuff, you know, to her African man. You know, the same African.
You can't say it like that.
I'm saying it like that because if anybody's a Real Housewife fan, the way they're like, you were there with an African, like, you know, I'm thinking, I'm sorry, what race are you guys? What does it start with? African American. So what's all this African talk? So they're always talking about you with the African prince, you're African, and now you got your own African. Okay, it always comes full circle, doesn't it? Anyway, so look, my thing is, I believe she departed from the show because she didn't want them all jumping on it. They knew that was going to be a focal point.
Oh yes,
and they were going to come for her. Like, oh, hold on a minute, your friend that you were on last season, you know, with, now you're with her husband. Okay, I didn't think, you know, her having her own show, she can put a bit more of her own narrative on it, you know, like instead of actually getting attacked from left, right, and center by Kenya and the rest of them, you know. So that's personally why I think she left the show. But hey, you know, that's a topic for another time because I really don't care about her. I really don't care about those two leaving. It's time to bring in some fresh blood. So, okay.
She's coming back. Sheree is supposed to be coming back.
Oh Lord, hasn't she overdone it a bit? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh,
we'll see when it starts again in the next few weeks.
It's like every time she needs a top up on a check, she comes back to the housewife.
You know, there might be another. Maybe she's trying to relaunch She by Sheree. You know, her clothing line, She by Sheree.
Yeah.
So maybe she's just trying to.
I mean, like, what is she going to bring into it? What's going on with her?
Maybe
that she's going to bring
Tyrone
into
thing. Remember when she was dating the jail guy, Tyrone? You know, Tyrone's out, I think. Now.
Yeah.
You know, maybe it's that.
Okay.
Who knows? Who cares?
Okay.
So let's now wrap up actually now with the show that everyone's talking about, Squid Game.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, everyone's been talking about it. Squid Game, Netflix, you know, it's really blowing up. I think for me, the biggest takeaway on that show is the fact that the writer wrote it over 10 years ago, wrote it in 2008, was trying to shop it to different production companies and was getting rejected. And look at it now. See, people never dream.
When it's the right time. It's the right time.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
So what do you girls think about? So me and Snoop, we finished it. You know, New Year Nick is lagging behind. What do you guys think of Squid Game?
Squid Game.
Squid Game. What do you guys?
I liked it. So, am I going first or are you going first, Nick?
Oh, Snippy.
I liked it because, I'm kind of twisted that way. I'm the kind of person who would love to play that kind of shit on people if I was that wealthy. So, yeah, I liked it. Now, the only thing I did not like about it is the old man bit when he's on his deathbed and trying to give a reason for why he's doing what he's doing or why him and his friend decided to do. I thought this was some bullshit. I'm sorry, that bit, I just thought it's some bullshit. I feel like it didn't need to be there in the film. Do you understand what I mean? Even if they showed us that, the old man was not really a real contestant in the thing, do you know what I mean, kind of thing, you know, they could have found enough ways to show us that, but I didn't need that deathbed talk and is someone gonna come for that poor man in this, do you know what I mean? It's just the rationale that it's trying to give, and I just thinking, no, like if you and your billionaire friends are bored, y'all could have done this. Y'all could have put yourself
Hunger Games style.
Yes. Y'all could have put yourself in there and make your life interesting. Why you gotta pick on people whose life is bare? Do you know what I mean? Sort of thing like that. So I didn't like the reason he gave for. I thought that bit was a bit. But other than that, I love the show. I love the intensity of the show. I love that it was different as well. I hated and loved some of the characters as well. That woman, that desperate woman, I can't remember her name. Yeah. Oh, she drove me up the wall, but I loved the way she went out in the end with that guy. Like, she got an applaud from me. But it was something different, and I really loved it. It is borderline Hunger Games, but I loved it.
Yeah, what do you
got worse? I agree. I do
got
like
worse.
It's too much though. Like the mind's like, you just think to yourself, like, if I was ever in this game, would I survive? And there's too many traps. That's my thing. Hunger Games is like, it's all spread out. You kind of got that bit of waiting time and stuff, but this is kind of like other people can get you killed because they might get in your way. Like, no. Like, when they first had the option to leave, I was like, I would have been like, do you know what? It's actually not worth it because I could just get a heart attack alone from just trying to stay in this game.
Yeah.
So, it's definitely a good concept. Yeah. It reminds me of, like, a good old favourite Jean-Claude Van Damme movie back in the day called Broken Arrow.
I know what film that is, and I never want to watch it. Sorry, go on.
When they were all rich, and it's like how the rich spend their time, their leisure time,
Yeah.
Minions, and obviously they pick people that almost have nothing to lose, don't they? Because anyone else would be like, I'm not doing this. Yeah. It's a brilliant concept, but if it was ever real, I would feel so sorry for everyone.
Well, there were some things that happened, especially, I know New you'll catch up, but there were some things that happened in there, especially, Snoop with the Indian guy. Now, my heart was like, huh? But guys, the real me was like, well, you got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do.
Like themselves, every woman, sorry.
Yeah. It might be, sometimes you just got to do what you got to, guys, you don't know I love you guys. But hey, if it's me or you, I love you. I see you on the other side, just not today. And it's everyone for them. You know what I mean, guys? You just gotta, But it's a good. I just hated the ending. That's what I hated. I hated the red hair. The red hair really disturbed my soul.
And I hate the fact that he didn't go.
Yeah,
I felt like you cheated your daughter again. What's your business? You got the money. Do you know what I mean? You decide not to spend the money or to spend the money, whichever one you do. But what's your business with anyone else who puts themselves in that business? Why do you guys play a hero? Go play a hero to your daughter.
Thank you.
He deserves it. Wow. You let your mum down. You're gonna let your daughter down now again. Do you know what I mean? I didn't like that bit either.
Yeah,
the ending was the hardest bit for me.
Yeah, the ending was for me as well. I thought, are you serious? Are you serious right now with this crap?
Yeah.
Oh God, that was very emotional.
I mean, like, we had a whole police officer try to take them down. You saw what happened to him. Now you're gonna try and take them down. Do you know what I mean? Kind of thing. Like, I don't know.
The difference is he's got superpower now, money.
Oh yes. So what? So he'll be one of the billionaires in the mask, and
I mean,
and I don't know what's he supposed to be.
We'll see. Well, guys, that's brought us to the end of a very emotionally charged 3PMS Ladies podcast episode. As always, you can check us out on Instagram, Facebook, Podbean, Spotify, iTunes, YouTube. You can email us at 3pms.ladies@gmail.com. I'm your girl, Queen P.
I'm Snoop.
Goodbye.
Bye.